Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas, back in with another episode. In today's video, I will be discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Orchid, as well as DNT. Yep, DNT, that's the one we're going to be taking a look at today. That one actually had a little bit of movement. A lot of red going on the charts. There's a little bit more news going on in relationship to Bitcoin, but I'm going to keep it very brief. I'm trying to actually continuously condense these videos down more and more for you guys. And with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes, and also click the bell icon. It's so important that you click that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we have a new video, or if we decide we want to do a live stream, so you can stay up to date for all of the most related news and what's going on. Thought I was gonna have a burp there or something for a second. That was weird. And drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys are thinking with everything that's going on. If there's anything maybe I missed and you want to share with the rest of the community, very important. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll right onto this. We got one more minute until the new daily candle position. I'm going to be very curious about what's going to happen with this. We had an absolutely awesome day take place for the previous day. I mean, it's still technically today for the next less than 1 minute time frame. But it shot all the way up here. We're going to discuss this more in just a little bit. It went up to around $41,000, bounced off and came back down. And it looks like it is 99.99% sure it's going to close below $40,000 for the daily candle position. And we'll see how the rally starts to move with this. It's almost 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as of the time of me recording this video. So not any minute. I mean, it's literally within this minute, so I can go ahead and discuss a little bit more while we're waiting on that, and then I'll go over just a couple articles and what's going on social media with this. But we had a bullish pennant being shown right here, this flag pattern, and it was suggestive that we are going to be going on a further continuation rally. Lo and behold, we tapped above that top line, and it did have a nice parabolic push up. Now the new daily candle position, and I'm going to be very curious to see how this takes place. Let's see what ends up happening. Is it going to fill in the space? A lot of selling pressure. Look at all that. Millions of dollars instantly being sold off. People getting liquidated as we're speaking. Already within not even 1 minute, we're about 1/4 of the candle, 1/3 almost of the candle from the previous day's position. So this is showing quite a bit of exponential sell-off pressure. And oftentimes, as I've been watching the new daily candle positions, to be totally fair, a lot of selling tends to take place immediately. And then once that selling pressure is done, the rest of the day has had a further rally up. But this is extremely volatile, this is really pushing it down right now. So, you know, this whole big green candle that happened the previous day, $40,000 was really nice. Some people took their profits. There's obviously a lot of sell walls that are going off at that point. And people could be looking at this as a fake out, trying to stir the pot and get people to think that we're getting on that run. But in actuality, this flag pattern is not done yet, and it could very well end up going right back into this previous pattern. So we can end up seeing it drop back down and have more of a sideways action, filling in these gaps as we continue to try and just totally validate things. So yeah, we did have a 1-day breakout with a daily closure above, but that doesn't necessarily signify a strong trend pattern. So already you can see right here, as I was mentioning, about almost 1/3 of that push movement going on. And why do I still have that up? I wasn't even going to watch that video. I already watched it last night. Sorry, slight distractions going on, right? So we're going to keep an eye on this. We'll come back to it in just a little bit, and then we'll look more into the actual charts. A couple things to talk about in the news with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's Bridgewater's piece out last week had a sensitive analysis which showed their estimate of Bitcoin price should private holders of gold switch to Bitcoin, states a weekly investor note Friday from quantitative trading firm QCP Capital. They forecasted that should 50% of capital in gold move into Bitcoin, that would result in a price of $85,000 per Bitcoin. Okay, that sounds great and everything, but let's be honest. The likelihood of 50% of all gold holders, or every gold holder taking out 50% and moving it over into Bitcoin, that, especially in a short time frame right now, is pretty unrealistic. yeah, there's opportunity and there can be some movement that's going over. If you talk like 1% movement, something like that, that makes more sense. But there's more than just the gold industry space that money can be moved out of and be pushed into, say, something like Bitcoin. You also have silver, you got the other precious metals, of course, you have stocks, you have real estate. There's a lot of different options with this stuff, and all that cumulatively can compound into Bitcoin itself. The stimulus checks, just another big example to give for you guys. Bitcoin recovers quickly after whales finish selling. On January 29th, a pseudonymous Bitcoin researcher and analyst known as Material Scientist said that mega whale order flow reached an all-time high. This means that the selling pressure coming from whales dealing with $1 million to $10 million orders reached a record high. The analyst said at the time, whales bought back almost everything they had sold since $40,000, and mega whales are about to make a new all-time high on their on their order flow. Downtrend is over, in my opinion. New all-time high soon. Don't miss it. And I would agree. I think we are getting very close to the point where we're going to be seeing another all-time high as well. All right, Bill Miller. Miller Value Funds, run by veteran hedge fund manager and Bitcoin bull Bill Miller, may invest in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust through its flagship fund, the Miller Opportunity Trust. The fund may seek investment exposure to Bitcoin indirectly by investing in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, an entity that holds Bitcoin. The fund wrote in a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust invests primarily in Bitcoin. The fund will not make any additional investments in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust if, as a result of the investment, its aggregate investment in Bitcoin exposure would be more than 15% of its assets at the time of investment. Miller Opportunity Trust had assets under management of $2.25 billion as of December 31st, 2020, making the fund's potential maximum investment in GBTC $337 million. The fund is co-managed by Miller and Samantha McLemore. I believe that's how you say that. Looking over on Twitter, some key things that have been going on. MicroStrategy World 2021 was a great success with 22,031 registrants. The Bitcoin for Corporations program attracted 8,197 attendees from 6,917 different enterprises. All sessions are free and uploaded here along with our Bitcoin corporate playbook. Absolutely amazing. Very bullish news. The diamond hands in Bitcoin are winning. And then we also have $1.9 trillion in stimulus passed. Bitcoin climbed 6%. So you got to think about that, right? They passed this stimulus package plan, right? And then on top of that, too, we just had a whole bunch of big companies that attended this presentation related to Bitcoin. And a lot of people were saying, well, yeah, but with the big companies, they have to go through an approval process. It takes time for them to be able to actually have the funds to be able to put into Bitcoin itself. And yes, that is partially true. However, individuals that work at those companies could very well personally go and invest in Bitcoin first, and then their companies could follow afterwards, which is actually what ended up happening with Michael Saylor himself from MicroStrategy. He actually invested in Bitcoin himself first, and then had done the presentation to his company, and then the company followed suit therefore after. If you guys want to check me out on Twitter, by the way, my name is @AtlasOfficialTV. I am doing some stuff related to cryptocurrency. I may do some other personal stuff sometimes. It's my Twitter account. You guys want to check it out. But one thing that I am really trying to do, though, is actually to do some poll questions for people from time to time. So recently I was talking about the AMC thing. And I actually asked this question, so I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this question, but I'm legitimately wondering. So I said, is there an effective, easy, legal way to buy some altcoins you find that are not listed on exchanges in your native country? Does Uniswap help with this? I wanted a specific crypto way before it blew up, and I would have made a ton. I couldn't buy it, though. And that was actually Filecoin. And when I was looking at it, I was reaching out to the company. This was like a year and a half, 2 years ago or something like that. It was really low price. I don't remember what it was. I think it was less than $1 for this stuff. It may have even been less than 10 cents or a cent or something like that. But I had no viable way that I could find. I reached out to their Telegram. They weren't really communicating with me very well, and the whole thing just kind of fell through. Next thing you know, Filecoin blows up. Now it's on Coinbase and stuff, and the price is way higher. So I was a little bit upset with that. So let me know if there's a legit way, and also if you guys understand Uniswap a little bit more. I haven't actually used it by itself, so I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. And I don't try and portray that I know absolutely everything with crypto, and so the fact that I'm asking questions like this, I want to be able to expand on this too, and why not use my own outlet when I'm talking with you guys? Why not? PayPal to enable crypto payments for its 300 million customers. That should be coming very soon. That's expected to be within the first half of this year. Visa to allow customers at traditional banks to buy and sell Bitcoin. I believe they were also planning to roll that out before the end of the year. MasterCard to expand its crypto card partners. I don't know a lot about a lot of details on that one. Everyone was wrong when they told us these companies would just build their own cryptos. Very interesting stuff. So yeah, feel free to check me out at Atlas Official TV on the bottom left-hand side if you guys want to say hello and stuff. Oh, and then, sorry, actually, this was 2 hours ago. We got 26 votes so far. So I said, how soon until Bitcoin hits $50,000 next? It was initially showing a lot of people of signs for this week, and now that a couple hours have passed, I've noticed that it's actually shifted. So we got 38.5% of people think that before the end of this month, for February, it will hit $50,000. 30.8% so far think that it will be this week. And over the next 6 months, we have 23.1%. And there's even a group of people that think it'll never happen. I did use hashtag money. I'm trying not to just make it all subjective. And if you guys have any suggestions of additional tags to where people that see this could still give their own opinion, and that way then it's not super biased. And also, if you guys can vote on these things too, and if you can retweet them, like it, all that good stuff, we can get more community support. I want to try and cover more of these kinds of things in future videos. Now, aside from that, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here. We're going to try and run through these pretty dang quickly. Broke through that top bullish pennant as I was talking with you guys, this flag pattern here, and it shot all the way up to $41,000, came and retraced all the way back down to $39,300 with a daily candle closure. And then immediately, as you guys saw in this video, it started having a massive drop off, and as it is right now, there's strong signs of recovery. I mean, not as of the moment when I pull this right back up there, you see a $1.4 million sell, right? But you can actually see as I scroll down here a little bit that there's a lot more green. So immediate sell-off pressure right off on the new day, as I was talking about, and then it's showing signs of strong recovery, which also what I mentioned earlier, and here it is doing what it's doing. Now let's go ahead and talk about some key levels. If it decides it wants to go down, $38,600 is a very strong level of support right now. I wouldn't say very strong. It's a strong level because we only have 1 day candle closure above this. So again, this could be a fake out. We could end up seeing it retrace back down. So $38,600 as one level. And then another key level is going to be down to $38,000. A further continuation down even beyond that is going to end up seeing it go around $36,000. A big, massive drop hitting the 21 EMA at $35,439. Those are some significant levels I would really be keeping an eye out right there. I mean, we do have moments where there's absolutely horrible drops. So I guess we'll just go ahead and throw this one in there too for you guys. 34,742. If you guys want to keep an eye on those levels. But right now, obviously, 38,650. This is a bullish sign right now. It is more suggestive that we could see an uptick in this. We got to get back to $40,000. So 40,000 is a very key level of resistance currently. And then we need to get above 41,000. We saw a little bit of a bounce right there. But realistically, there's a little bit more actually showing from back on these previous periods over here, which was only 2 days afterwards when we hit our all-time high. But that's at $41,500. So there might be a bit more resistance there, especially because people were wondering if they should take profits before they hit $42,000 again. So more than likely, we're going to tap this or get very close to it and have some pullback before it try and fights back to get past this again. The only way that I think we could really get around that in a short time period is if some very good news comes out, some other big figurehead out there really endorses the idea of this, and then that's just going to go ahead and send it parabolic. Or if there's just a large amount of supply on the exchanges that just suddenly starts getting taken off at the last minute instead of actually getting added on. I'm sure a lot of people want to see this run towards at least $50,000 here soon. So let's get above $41,500, $42,000, and then we're on our way back up. We got a key level over here. I'm not actually sure why I put this here. I think this was in relationship to a previous Fibonacci. So I'm actually not going to reference that at the moment, but I would actually be looking at the fact that as the daily candle position we are here, if we were to get back on track with the previous trend, which was showing like, hey, if we moved at that rate towards $100,000, where would we be at? This would be at an entry point at $56,632. But the good news is that that actually had a retracement back down. So we could technically come up to this point on the baseline and then start to have a further continuation off from here, for example. So if we had a couple days rally and then sideways movement, then that would look really good. And right there is actually at $47,900. That'd be a very, very nice point for us to be able to start getting back onto this rally. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the next coins. I'm going to try and move through these very quickly. Ethereum had a sell-off day yesterday. Recently, it did hit its all-time high at $1,765 approximately. If this manages to go back up, we did have a little bit of a resistance right here. Yesterday, it got pretty close to my line that I had. It was just slightly below that. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that down right now. It's at $1,747, basically $1,750, which is obviously a very basic psychological level. You know, I talked about this before, and I talked about the fundamentals, and guess what, guys? I have been proving to be right, and I cover a lot of altcoin stuff with this channel. So if you guys are new and you guys enjoy this, and maybe if you've been watching my videos before, I'm doing pretty dang good with this stuff, and I feel pretty proud of myself about it too, and I would love to continue to grow the community. So if this has been helping you guys out, tell me in the comments if you guys ended up doing any kind of an investment off of some stuff that I said and it paid off well for you. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so do not ask me directly what you should or should not invest in, but just me sharing the details, the data, and stuff like this. Hopefully it helps. 1,750 is a level of resistance right there. We have a further continuation up, and we bounced off of 1,765. Let's get past that. Hit 1,800, and then I'd say 2,000 is the next major milestone for us to try and go. And with the just absolute movement speed that we've been seeing with Ethereum lately, this very well could have that big sort of like taking the elevator up situation, which would be great because most of the time it's the stairs up and then the elevator down, especially when it comes to crypto. So let's just say this decides it wants to drop today. We have a little bit of association crossover taking place here with the 21 EMA. That's at $1,425 approximately. Another level down below that is at $1,411. And then a further level down below that is $1,381. That would be a very massive drop from today. It would have to have some horrible news, in my opinion, or Bitcoin itself would have to just be absolutely tanking like crazy. And we do see these very large percentage drops take place, especially just like last year. I think there was like, what, 7 or something during the course of last year that had just like absolutely massive drops. But things are looking really good. So you have times that are down, you have times that are up. And so far with the beginning of this year, so many things are just pushing it to rally really nice, right? So let's get to these levels. Next up, let's go and take a look at Orchid. As I mentioned, I'm going to try and keep it a little bit shorter here. Orchid, big sell-off day yesterday, essentially canceled out everything that was from the previous daily candle gain. However, now on the new daily position, it is starting to rally up once again. So let us try and get back over towards the 50-cent range. Back into 40 cents is great. If we could stabilize with that, then that's absolutely awesome. Yesterday's daily candle closure was above 40 cents at 0.4051. So now we're getting close once again to 41 cents. It is showing very strong signs. Look at that. It just hit 41 cents right there. The RSI is a little bit high in my opinion, but with us being in a bull run, this starts to invalidate itself a bit. So just be a little bit cautious of this. If it starts to rally up above, we might even see it push back towards the previous high up here around 50 cents and seeing some more resistance once again and a bit of pullback as people try to take their profits with that from 41 from a 40 cent per from a 40 cent point to a 50 cent point. We're going to be looking at a change in price of come on, where is it at? Going all the way up to a 50-cent range. It wasn't even 50 cents. It was actually 49 cents. That'd be a 21% daily candle gain. Just to clarify that, right? So that would be an absolutely very explosive bullish move. However, just like how it was here, which is basically where we're starting at on today's position, if it shot up that much, more than likely it's also going to sell back quite a bit because that's a lot of a gain for a single day, and a lot of people are going to be looking to try and take profits on it too. So this has a very good chance to push up close to 50 cents again on the daily, but I would also expect it to more than likely have another tall wick. And it's more likely that that's going to happen because it's happened so many times before. Just look at how tall these wicks are on each of these candles right here, right? So is it undervalued? In my opinion, yes. Is it expected to go up? In my opinion, yes. Is you know, $1 even way too little for this. In my opinion, yeah, even $1 is way too low level. And I'm surprised that we're not already over that. I'm surprised we're not holding at least 75 cents right now. But you know what? It's given a lot of people more time to be able to accumulate more. And hopefully these shenanigans will end soon. Some key levels to take a look at right now, guys. Let's get above 42 cents as we have that part of the Fibonacci level. Get above 48 cents, then break into the 50 cent range. 50 cent is going to be a very big milestone goal right now. So we got pretty close to it a couple days ago, but didn't quite get it in there. Daily candle closure in 50 cents would absolutely be amazing as well. So now if this decides it wants to drop down, we have a level of support at 33 cents or 0.3380. Another level down below that, just slightly at 32 cents, basically 33 cents. And then another level down below that at 31 cents or 0.3107. Getting past 50 cents, then we're basically just on that run back towards like a 75 cent type range. And you guys can see that there wasn't a whole bunch of history back in this time frame here. Anything above the 50 cent range. We had a couple days of positions here. We might have a little bit of an obstruction right around 51 cents. That might even be where the official top is once it passes 50 cents and bounces back down. But, you know, there's not much to be able to reference right here. This was a big parabolic run, and then there's a whole bunch of immediate sell-off during those days following after that. And then lastly, let's go ahead and take a look at DNT. I believe it was DNT, right? Let me go ahead and double check on this. Yeah, DNT. DNT had an absolutely amazing day. Look at that. Boom. Broke right through that Fibonacci level even. Hoo. Doing very well, I see. Okay. Had a little bit of a pullback position right there. Went all the way up to 25 cents. Came back down at 20 cents. Doing pretty well. Now, if we go ahead and reposition ourselves, say for this, you can see that back on January 8th, it had used that new level that we just formed as the 0.236 and the Fibonacci retracement. And what's absolutely beautiful about this, and it shows very strong signs that this is a good indicator, is that on the new daily candle position, when it started dropping, where did it bounce off of? It actually bounced off of the 20 cent range, right? So still showing some strong signs. The RSI is suggesting it's a little bit overbought, so be a little bit cautious with that, especially with us having two previous days of candles, they're moving up so much like this. If it decides it wants to drop back further down, we got a key level at 20 cents, another level down at 17 cents, another one at 15 cents approximately, and then 13.57. If it climbs all the way back up, let's get past 25 cents, and past 25 cents is then price discovery zone. I don't see anything in relationship with this. And even scanning way back here. Yeah, man, we're going high with this bad boy. Past 25 cents. Sky's the limit, man. Let's get to 30 cents and work our way from there, maybe going up towards 50 cents and the next couple months. I don't know about it by the end of this month, but if this does continue to rally up really well and Ethereum and Bitcoin push itself as well, this could do absolutely amazing things. Okay, I'm gonna go and wrap up the video here, guys. If you're new to the channel, once again, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up like button as well. Let's try to get this video to at least 100 likes, and also click the bell icon so you can stay up to date for all the latest cryptocurrency news and technical analysis. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about everything today, and also you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Getting back towards that $40,000. Hopefully by the time this video is up, we will be past that once again and working towards our previous all-time high. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.